All right, all right, all right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Hope everything is going well. Thank you for being in the streams. I think we got everything set and ready to go. We'll do a audio check on both sides just to make sure we've got this thing down and we got everything set up. I hope everybody's well. Thank you so much. Let me know on both sides if you're on your portrait side. Please give me a thumbs up if the audio and the video are good on the portrait side again, or the landscape side. Please give me a thumb up. Let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. I think we got a little bit of an echo, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce that just a hair. Hopefully that resolved that. All right, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for coming in. I apologize for not streaming yesterday. Had to work last minute, so appreciate you being here. What's up, YouTube me? How you doing, brother? That's my brother, Navy brother from another Navy mother. Hope you're doing well, bud. Good to see you. Again, as always, in chat, I have pinned both the portrait and landscape modes, so whichever one you want to view. If you're on your cell phone and you want to do it in the portrait mode and you're seeing it on the widescreen, go ahead and click that link. It'll take you directly over to the other side, and that will help you do that. Jeff Davis, what's going on? ATS, thank you guys. Thank you both for being channel members, for being part of this stream. Thank you very much. We got thumbs up. Thank you very much for letting me know that we're good to go on that end. I definitely appreciate it. What's going on, Malcolm's Coins? It's good to see you, bud. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. It's good to see you. Oh, again, yesterday, I hate not being able to stream. Unfortunately, duty called and I had some stuff I had to take care of with a facility. So is what it is, you know? Oh man. So how you doing? Hey, it's not the same. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Me is heading to Texas. What part of Texas you heading to, bud? You heading to Houston, Dallas? 7 Stacks, Jeff Davis. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. What's going on, Parvis? Hey, Parvis, did you get the notification that I was going live? I really hope so. It'd be awesome to know that you got your notifications fixed. That would be awesome. Good to see you, Parvis. If you want to see this, if you're watching it on your phone, then you're on the right side. If you want to watch it on your computer, go click on that link and navigate over to the other side. Thank you all for being in here. I definitely appreciate you being here. Again, apologize for yesterday. Farm Dog, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and being a part of the stream. I do appreciate you. Now, I do have to ask, for those of you that are on Fort Worth, that's about 5 hours north of me. So we'll have to find out when you're going to be there, see if there's a way to do that. No, you're on your laptop. Okay, so in the chat, Parvis, you can go ahead and click on the link that's pinned in chat, and it will take you to the one where you can see it in the wide screen. Right now, you're in the one that's seeing vertical, so you can go ahead and click on that, and that'll take you over to the other side. That way, it'll allow you to see what's going on, Old Bell. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being in here. I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, let me know when you're going to be there. I clicked in the loot chat and I'm back now. I don't see those people. No, you won't see the same people. They're 2 separate streams, so you won't see the same people in each chat. Which is one of the downfalls of doing it this way. Unfortunately, you can't see everybody. If you want to watch both chats, you have to have them both open. So trying to see if there's a way I can do a shared chat. Unfortunately, with the way you have to set the streams up to do the duel, you don't have that feature. So it is just one of the limitations that I have right now with being able to do that. It'd be really cool if I'd be able to figure out how to have it to where they're all... There you go, Parvis. Parvis is now on the landscape side. He's like, ah, sweet. So yeah, you can bounce back and forth and see, and you can see people that are there. If you're on a laptop, you can open up 2 windows and see them side by side if you want to. But again, that's a lot of work. I do this because a lot of times people are on their phone. They only have a second to really kind of look at what's going on. And the landscape mode just works better for some people. And so I want to make sure that I provide the best experience that I can for whomever is here when they're here. So still trying to work out some of the kinks. I do have a question for the folks that are on the portrait side. If you're on the portrait side and the chat window that I have where you see sirens emojis, if that's blocking the YouTube version of chat, let me know. I can remove that. You'll be able to see the YouTube version of chat scroll through, and that way you won't have chat over chat. I know sometimes that can be a potential problem. So that's, again, that's an option if you want to see it. You can see both on my iPad. Outstanding. That's great. Good to see that. Not on this trip. I'll be there. Oh yeah, no, I won't be able to get there that fast. Definitely something that's not going to happen. Mark Thomas, hey dude, I need you to email me. I have a picture that Bifrost drew you, and it's sitting here in a container, and I need to get your address. So exclamation point email will yield my email address. Send that off because I believe it's Taz that you want a drawing of, and I'm just sitting on it. So thank you for being in here, but let's make sure. You can turn your phone, but again, when you turn your phone, the chat sometimes gets truncated and it gets set to the side, and it's a little bit too small. Yeah, Parva says the same thing. It's a little bit too small. And so, again, just one of those things that, some people just like, to view it on the computer. Some people don't do it. Kane Friday, what's going on, bud? Thank you so much for being in here. I think I already said hi to you, but I'm jumping back and forth between two chats. So I appreciate it. Oh, man, I'm glad you guys are in here today. Thank you for the cartoon character, Taz. Yeah, so you won that drawing. I've been sitting on it for a little while. It's downstairs. All I'm doing is waiting for your address, and I'll get that off so that you can do that. Speaking of, whether you guys see the little header in my notation there, I have a visitor. Check this out. Look who it is. Say hi, Bifrost. So Bifrost is going to be drawing. So if you guys didn't see in the... What's up, Peter? Hope you're doing well, bud. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. Yesterday, Bifrost and I hung out, and we did some kind of playing with robots. You can see right here over my shoulder, the one that she drew for Fender. She obviously very talented artist. And so in the scope of continuing with that, she's going to draw Big Weld today. If you don't know who Big Weld is from Robots, the cartoon. And he's the big dude who created the little robot city and stuff and makes things better. So she's going to be drawing him today, just kind of in the spirit of what her and I were doing yesterday. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and throw her up a little bit. Not throw her up. I'm going to put her up on screen a little bit bigger so that you can do that. Are you running Streamlabs inside OBS? You can add multi-chat with that setup. I've tried that, Coach. Unfortunately, I've just not had very much success with it. If you're familiar with exactly how to do that, let me know. Now, some people say that they can see both if they're on the YouTube side. I'm not sure if they're seeing the multi-version of that, but let me know. Sorcerer Stan, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for hanging out with me. So she's going to be drawing that. Hopefully we don't get too much of an issue where we have the kind of light flicker back and forth, and it gets bright, and then it gets dark, and then it gets bright, and it gets dark. Rockzilla's in the house. What's going on, Rockzilla? I see you popped in on both sides. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you guys being in here. And again, yesterday, sorry for the last minute, got called in. She's doing very, very light right now. What she's doing is kind of just tracing out, getting her stuff set up, trying to form her idea. And then once she does, she'll start to work that out. I can adjust the lighting if I need to. If we need to make that a little bit different, I'll go in and I'll change the settings on that and adjust. But right now she's doing very, very light, kind of giving herself her outline. Yeah, the shape, the structure of what she's trying to build. So it's going to be very light for here, just for a little bit. No problem. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. So, hey, Anxious, what's going on, bud? Thanks for being a channel member. I definitely appreciate you. And speaking of channel members, I want to do something. If you're a channel member, is that Paul? Nope, that's not Paula Parvis. That is my daughter, Bifrost. Look at the she'll be doing the outlining and all that stuff. Right now it's that really light sketch, just so she can make sure she has proportions and stuff together. So she'll jump back and forth and do that kind of stuff, because she'll need to she wants to make sure her proportions and the general look of things are good before she really starts filling in detail and doing outlining. So it'll get a little bit darker here in just a minute. But thank you all for coming in and saying hi. I should actually probably just make her full screen, because you're probably way more interested in watching that than looking at this thing. But again, yesterday was kind of a snafu. I apologize for that. It was just one of those things that happened kind of last minute, and I didn't have a whole lot of time. I got the telephone call about 5 or 6 minutes before I posted that and said, hey, not going to be able to be here. Ringmaster Ray, what's up, Ringworm? What's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being in here. So I wanted to talk about something. Now, this link, I'm going to throw this link in chat. I'm going to throw it in both chats. So if you guys want to check out this story, you can kind of check out this story. I'm going to kind of go over it, do a little bit of commentary on it, because this story was, I found it quite fascinating. And again, it's one of those things where when you identify something, when you find something, hey, what's going on, Jenny, sweetheart? What's going on, Mandy's Candy? Good to see you too. Thanks for coming in and visiting with me this morning. So I was reading this story, and it's in the Numismatic News. And again, you see the links down below. They're both in there. And I came across this. This was done April 12th. And the story was about Mr. Chapman. Now, Mr. Chapman was a high-level, big-name numismatist, and had a shop in Philadelphia. Now, he lived on 1348 Pine Street there in Philadelphia back in the day. And because he was a numismatist and had this really good-sized coin shop, he would get in mint sealed orders, and then instead of ordering them up, he would order one for himself and he would order one for other people. And I apologize, my allergies are driving me crazy. So if I look a little itchy and blotchy, my nose is sniffling or whatever, it's because I'm dealing with some allergies. So bear with me. I'll try to turn myself off camera if not. Mark Thomas, I got your email address. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, dude, don't worry about it. When I give stuff away, that's something I do just for the people who join. So no, it's all good. You don't have to send me anything, Mark. I appreciate you so much. Just give me that address and I'll make sure this gets off. This is something that I do for people who watch the channel, and it doesn't matter on my end if you're a subscriber or if you're a member. Oh, I kind of got squirreled on the whole member thing, didn't I? If you're a member, I'm going back and forth trying to remember too many things. If you're a member, you're going to be seeing a video here in the next couple of days. This is going to be a members only thing. And I'm going to be asking you all a couple questions. So I really want you to be kind of paying attention, watching for this, because I want to get straight. I'm going to ask some questions, and there are some things that are happening within my channel. And because you're members, you guys have insight into some of the things that I'm doing before everybody else. So I want to make sure that you guys are tracking that. I'm going to be asking for feedback. I'm probably going to be doing a members only stream afterwards to have some discussions on that. So again, if you are a member, you're subscribed to the channel, you probably will get notification of it, but you won't be able to see it unless you're actually a member. So again, for my members, just another thing that I do periodically. I'm a little behind the game in doing this time, but I want to make sure that people know. Does your daughter give away her drawings and have them autographed? Yes, so she puts her mark on there. She absolutely does do that. and make sure that they're there. So her mark is always on that. And then we always put information on the back, so she knows what's going on. But we never list her real name. Just give her her mark. And then, like in some of these, like the one that's over the shoulder here, she'll put Bifrost Artworks on there, which is her YouTube channel and her. There you go. That's her fender. That's the one that her and I did. Hers turned out so much better than mine. Go ahead and grab mine. Oh my God, this was funny. So, hey, what's going on, Ashes? So this is what I did. Obviously, I am not the same level of artist she is. But it was a lot of fun. She's like, Dad, where's he looking? He's like, ah. Oh, that was so much fun. Yeah, pull that back up here. Look at it. Yeah, look at his eyes. Oh, I'm not the artist, but it was a lot of fun. We had such a good time doing it, and just good father-daughter day. We had basically a robots day where we just looked at watched the movie and colored and did that kind of stuff. It was just a total riot. Hey, good morning, Paula. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you. What's up, Gatita? How you doing, bud? Nice to have you in the stream. Roxilla just gifted 5 membership. That's absolutely awesome. Parvis, you asked how to do membership. I will reach out to you individual one-on-one. We'll talk about that. Not a big deal, but thank you so much, Roxilla. I really appreciate that. So we got Papa York, we got Jenny Sweetheart, we got Kane Friday, we got Gatita, and we got Chris G. Outstanding. So again, a lot of the members never seen it. It is who made that movie? But who made it? I don't remember who made it. Probably like a animation, whatever. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll have to look it up and see who created that. I cannot remember. I'm a she. Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad. I will document that. But outstanding. Congratulations. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships there, Roxilla. I definitely appreciate you. All right. So let's get back to this. I squirreled the crap out of myself trying to remember all this stuff and saying hi. But anyway, this story that I found in the Numismatic News was talking about, again, Henry Chapman. Now, what's really cool about this, and, again, they talk about finding stuff in pocket change, and Paula and I talk about this a ton, that, a lot of people utilize just that stuff just for clicks, right? They just want to have it. It's not always good information. But on occasion, people find stuff and come across stuff that is really, really cool. Now, granted, this guy was a high-level coin dealer, was around at the turn of the century, and what was found, excuse me, goodness gracious, what was found was something that was quite unique. And I wanted to share it with you guys, because I don't know if you guys look at the Numismatic News or if you guys look at some of the other coin information that comes out through the ANA or things of that nature. But if you don't follow, you're not subscribed to those channels, you're not looking at this information, go check it out. There's some really cool stories that come out from time to time. And this one was really cool because what this one was a collection of 51 Liberty Head and Indian Head Princess dollars. Now, one of my favorite ones is the Princess Head. I love the Princess Head dollars. I've got one. Actually, I think I've got two, 73 and a 74. Just absolutely really neat. Absolutely love those. I will talk to you about it, Parvis. I'll give you a call after the stream. We'll break it down. I'll explain to you everything that's going on, bud. No worries. But what happened was he had taken these as he got them from the mint and just stored them away, right? Preservation, just making sure they were there. Wanted to make sure they stayed in the original packaging. Wanted to make sure everything was good and everything was taken care of. So he had this safe there in Philadelphia, this bank vault that was there, and he just put everything in there, right? Wanted to make sure things were taken care of. Now the dates were 1849 to 1889, and he had some commemorative gold US dollars from the turn of the century as well. Now, here's the thing that's funny, okay? When you find something like that, always get it appraised, always get it looked at. You always want to reach out. You know, we do LiveCoin Q&A. A lot of people send information to them and say, hey, can you tell me a little bit about this? Can you identify it? Every once in a while, something really cool comes across their screen. They look at the large date 1969 Canadian dime, or this 43 brockage that they just had that sold for 30 some odd $1,000, right? So every once in a while, something fun comes across. And what I found cool about this story was when they first did it, they looked at the 50 coins. They figured they were, you know, quarter ounce, kind of in that area as far as weight. So they figured the weight of these and the whole price, they put them around $60,000, somewhere in that range. But they went and they actually sought some advice, and then they ended up insuring them for almost $2 million. Now, some of these were graded, and one of them came back 1863 PCGS Indian Head Princess MS-68. And it's just like, wow, it's crazy. So it has the little sticker on it, and it has been validated, but just amazing, right? So this coin that they thought was, you know, $1,500 or something like that is going to end up being worth just tens of thousands of dollars. Absolutely phenomenal. It's too cool. But I wanted to share this story with you because, again, you might not find this stuff in pocket change. You know, it's not something that, you know, you're just going to go to the grocery store and they're going to turn around and give you some gold coins. Does it happen? Yeah, there's the 1 in a million chance that something like that might happen. It's not going to be common by any stretch of the imagination. It's not going to be something that happens on a regular basis. Oh no, Rockzilla just did it. But now, me is no longer the StreamYard boss. Rockzilla said, I'm taking you down. Oh, I'm going down, 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 down. You guys remember that one? All right. Well, me just went down. Rockzilla just hammered it. Here in just a second, you will see that thing rattle, and then Rockzilla's name will come as King of the Hill. Trusting God first. What's going on? Stacking with Kraken. How you doing? And there it goes. But now me has been dethroned. Rockzilla, you make me laugh. Thank you so much. Trusting God, stacking with Kraken. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you all being here. Oh, back to the story. Yeah. So again, you know, folks, you're not going to find this stuff in pocket change. This is not going to be something that comes across, you know, from the grocery store. This is not going to be something that you're going to get in change from the bank. Now, you might be able to have, if you have a good relationship with the bank, you might be able to find some cool things that way. So again, it's just one of those things. Stacking with Kraken says that won't last. Probably not. I know me's driving right now, but he may come back and hammer it. You never know with me. We'll see. But when you come across, so my advice is this, right? If you get something from your grandparents, now is Coach still in here? Okay, here's a great example of what I mean by this. Coach, when he first came in, I can't remember, it was Jackalope. Jackalope said, "Hey, Frosty, I got a buddy who just got some coins, and we want to kind of get some feedback on one of them, because I think one of them is, if it's authentic, it's going to be a really cool coin. So we kind of want to look at it and kind of get a feel for it." And it was like, okay. And so was introduced to Coach's Magic, and so brought that up. Mark Thomas, what's going on? Enjoy your 1 minute of fame. Mark Thomas with the $15 super chat. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate you. But he goes, so let's check this out. So we actually get on. I got Paula Bloom was there, Eric Beyer was there, Chuck Daughtry was there. And we spent like good 30 minutes just breaking down this coin, looking at it, evaluating it, and come to find out, it was out there. There's me. Me comes in and slams it and is like, with a $25 super chat. Me takes it down. All right, me. Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, I love it when this happens. You guys are crazy. But anyway, when Coach's Magic brought this coin, and it was probably one of the funnest streams that I've ever got to do. Actually sit down and watch the identification, watch the coin, looking at people talk about it. No, that's not right. That 5 just doesn't look right. Or that number is just right. Look at this, that's in the wrong spot. And then you go back and it's like, actually, you know what? There is a variety that has that. And let's go back through and let's look at this. And then somebody else would pull something up, and then they would look at something, and then somebody built an overlay and put it on. I mean, it was so much fun to go through that process. But when you find something, when you're gifted something like that by somebody who's been around for a while, when you Sorcerer Stan just comes in and says, me, pow, pow. Take that too. Sorcerer Stan with a $30 super chat. Holy smoke, Stan. Thanks so much. I think me just got dethroned. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Oh, you guys are nuts. And Stan's like, don't mess with me. Oh, you guys are awesome. That's hilarious. Oh, you're making my cheeks hurt, folks. That's awesome. But again, when you if you ever happen to get some of this stuff, right? Take it, and we say this all the time, okay? And if I can say one thing, if I would have a catchphrase related to coins, it would be, have a trusted partner. Have somebody you can trust. I say it in all of my videos. I say it in all my shorts. I say it when I talk in the stream. Having a trusted source, having a trusted partner is very, very, very important. There comes Sorcerer Stan. We're on a couple minute delay, so I'm trying to watch this so I can see this dethronement go on. Seriously, folks, my cheeks hurt. Mark Thomas is like, I fold. Oh man, don't get into a battle with Sorcerer Stan and me. These guys are crazy. Yeah, too much fun. You guys are nuts. But if you find something, again, find a trusted source. Now, one of the people that I go to, obviously, if I have issues or I have questions, I'm going to reach out to Paula, right? Paula is a mentor for me. She has taught me a lot about coins. She has told me more information and given me more guidance about, hey, no, that's not right, dude. You said that wrong. It's kind of the right thing, but it's not quite there yet. Shannon Smith has been really great. Amanda has been stellar with me, being able to point stuff out and standing there, being very quiet, but a strong force in the community. So I utilize them a lot, right? Working with Shay, and Shay's taught me a lot about looking at identifying varieties and looking at things like the mint marks and RPMs, and digging in with people like Eric Beyer. And man, Chuck Daughtry has been so gracious to me to really take me in and talk about things and explain how things go, and their channels are awesome. And so I've been blessed with having a great number of people that I can go to and say, hey, I've got this coin, I need information. But here's the thing, live coin Q&A is available to everybody, right? Everybody can go to them and just say, hey, I got this set in. They're going to give you honest, unadulterated feedback. And it's one of those things where, it's important. It's important for people to understand that when you find stuff like that, yeah, it's you want to look at it. Now, are you going to find this stuff again? Are you going to find this stuff in pocket change? Probably not, right? This isn't something that you're going to stumble across every day or just your general run of the mill. But what is going to happen, what can happen in this regard, is you'll find things like surprises, right? You'll find these little popcorn nuggets that happen. Reminder to make sure that you file your taxes. Oh yeah, that's due tomorrow. Tomorrow's tax day. Great reminder, Coach. These little nuggets happen. I'm getting squirreled. I need to quit looking at chat so much. I reached out to Adam. In fact, we went to a coin show yesterday. Yeah, see, this is really good because, again, find your trusted partners, folks. And it doesn't really matter what you're doing. But again, when I looked at this one, the thing that made me kind of just really tag at that is if they wouldn't have reached out, like if they had been like, oh, hey, right on, we're just going to sell this. We're going to bring in somebody to buy this. And they sold this thing for 50 or 60 grand. Holy smokes, right? I mean, think of the money that they would have lost in this endeavor. So it's really important that you have that trusted source and you have those people. Now, if you have a relationship with your coin shop, yeah, beware the Ides of April. Exactly. Welcome to tax season. April is one of the toughest seasons for me because of work and the testing that we do for hospitals. So it's a big month for me, but pair that with taxes and it becomes a absolute nightmare. Trying to see something. I don't know. Did this go through? I think that went through. Oh, there's sorcerer stands. Yeah, there's sorcerer stands. I was like, man, that didn't go through. There it is. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. I was like, wait, that didn't happen. It didn't change. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I squirreled myself again. Reading chat, trying to do too many things. It's hard to read two chats and talk and read a story and do that kind of stuff. It's really easy to get squirreled in this. So I apologize for that. But again, me and Stan, thanks so much for those super chats. I really do appreciate you guys. I find them at flea markets. Yeah, so you know what's really funny is that you can find stuff in different places. Now, here's the thing. You have to really know what you're looking for, right? And so if you find something, now me uses Chief a lot, right? He sends stuff and says, hey, what do you think? He sends this stuff to me. He sends this stuff to Livecoin Q&A. Now, some people like to send that stuff off. He'll also send stuff, you can see in one of the other chats. Excuse me. He said that he sends stuff off to Annex. Ooh, sorry. I just jacked up her camera. That looks really cool, sweetie. Very nicely done. Let's do this. I'm going to do a giveaway here in just a second. I'm going to draw a name, but because of, you know what? I'm not sure how you're going to do that. How am I going to do that? Two chats. I'll have to figure out how to do it. I may have to have another drawing done. If not, we'll do something else. We'll figure that out. But I'm going to do another drawing. But they do have auctions and stuff like that. So me sends his stuff off to Annex. And again, I'm not recommending that you do that, right? If that's something that you like to do and you can do that, that's absolutely fine with you. Grading is one of those things that is, one, it's subjective. Now they're going to be able to tell you whether something's authentic or not, but you don't necessarily need to send something off for grading to have it authenticated. There are ways to do it. Good quality photos, and I mean really, really good quality photos are important to have if you're going to be doing that. If you're going to be sending stuff off, a really, really good quality photo. sending a grainy photo or a picture of your coin scope and saying, hey, what is this, really doesn't help, because as they start to zoom in, it gets grainy, it loses the detail. So really good quality photos of the coins are definitely going to help. What's going on, EMR? So we're talking about a collection of gold coins that was found. Henry Chapman, who was a coin collector, a coin dealer at the turn of the century, collected a whole bunch of really cool mint-sealed coins. They were all gold. They were unopened. And Bifrost is like, I'm leaving. I'm going to go. Everybody say thanks for that. Drawing a Siappy Chappy. No, it's actually Big Weld. But this is actually a story that was done in the Numismatic News. I'll throw those links back in the chat if you want to watch that. Here's this, or look at that. There's the link. It's a really cool story. And the reason that I wanted to share it is because when they discovered these in the Philadelphia bank vault, they basically gave them a value of 50 grand. And come to find out that after being looked at and submitting a couple of these, they ended up insuring them for over $2 million. And so my thing was just, number one, I wanted to share that with you, kind of look at some of the items. I'm going to bring up the thing here. So I'm going to show you the story here and bring this up. So this is one of the coins. This is the 1863 that was graded by PCGS and CAC. This is a phenomenal coin. And again, it's just one of those that is, it's just a cool story. So when we're talking about the original packaging, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the coin being in this. What's going on, John Shank? How you doing, bud? Good to see you, Jackalope. Thanks for coming in. Hey, AZ Coins. What's going on, bud? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. So this is one of the original coin holders for this. You can see in this case, they were still sealed. They were listed out. Here is the PCGS coin that we're showing here in this particular one. It is the 1863. And again, when they first did this, what they were doing was they were saying, you know, these are worth about 1,100 bucks, right? And hey, woohoo, what's up, Dr. Coin? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. This is one of those things. Looks like a rack of lamb on her head. A rack of lamb. That's funny. Now I'm never going to be able to unsee that, Paula. Let me zoom into that. That's hilarious. Actually, you know what? I can do this here because this one is here. There we go. There's the rack of lamb. Oh, that is hilarious. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. That's funny. But again, it's just one of those things where it's a really cool story, right? And this is one of those where they've had it done. Now, here's the question. And I don't know if this is, they would have had to have had this graded. So I'm not sure if this was graded by them, if this is one of the things that was found in the vault this way, or if this is just one that they pulled, because this is definitely, when you look at the CAC sticker, you can see it definitely says the Chapman. So this is another one of those items, but what I don't know was when this is graded. So looking at the slab, it looks like a more modern, it's got the gold shield. So this is definitely something that happened fairly recent. It's got the CAC sticker. Now, I don't know how they do the CAC sticker. So because now Paula may be able to speak to this a little bit in chat. She may be able to say, so would CAC authenticate this if they sent it to both and they said, hey, we want to look at this, we want to validate the grade? Would they still do this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they would do this. So this kind of makes me wonder when this particular coin was graded. Obviously, when you see this shield is fairly new within the last year or so. So I believe that it would have had to have been fairly new because, again, when you're looking at the shield, when you're looking at some of these items, these will tell you, kind of the status. It's got the PCGS item down here. It's also got the new corners that are here on the slabs. So this is a fairly new slab. CAC would cross over. Yeah, and see, so this has to be before CAC went live. So this one had to have been something that they've done. So I'm sure they've probably sat on this story for quite some time, and then finally had everything done. But again, this kind of tells you the general time frame of when they would have had this graded because of the CAC sticker there. So because it's not in a CAC holder, it is in a PCGS holder. But again, they were able to look at these particular coins. Now, the value on these, now I don't have this pulled up, so let me go ahead and pull this up. So let's do PCGS, and let's go ahead and pull up that 1863. What's this $1 coin? And we'll pull this up and we'll look and see kind of what we have there. But it is a top. So here's the cool thing. That is a top pop. That is one of the top. We'll look at, come down here. We'll scroll over here, navigate to the far end. We're seeing that number creep up. That's crazy. And we're coming over here, and that coin is $300,000. Not sure if you can see that. Let's go ahead and bring that over here. Stop it. See if we can get that to come up, make it a little bit bigger. All right, so we'll bring that over here. You can see there, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on that. So when we look at this MS68, you can see there are two in existence here. The last auction was 15. Obviously, this one is new, but $300,000. The last one sold in 15 for $193,000. So again, being that there's only a population of two of these, that's pretty freaking crazy. I think that it's a phenomenal item. And again, just a cool story. We'll throw that back up there. We'll show that coin again. But again, you know, you can find, I know, only two of those. Wouldn't it be crazy? $300,000 for one of those. A candy bar. Coach with the jokes. What do you call the Massachusettsian with the lamb covered in chocolate? A candy bar. Oh, Coach has got jokes. That's awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to share this story with you. This was something that I thought was really cool. And it was one of those 2 in that grade, not 2 in total. Well, 2 in that grade. Okay, so a population graded of 2. Okay, so that's a better clarification. There could be others out there that are not graded. But for the graded ones, well, we'd have to look at NGC and would have to look at CAC too. So hold on, let me check NGC. Let's see what NGC has on this one. Go ahead and look that up. And you can see my internet is doing very, very well this morning. I am already a part of the newsletter. So they have one listed nowhere near the price that PCGS does. Let's see what we got going on here. So they don't have a population count on their end, but they only show the value sitting at 70,000. Let's see if I can bring that over and show that. So they only have the one. No, that's not the right one. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong year. 1863. Yeah. So they have one. 1868, 260,000 is what NGC has this for. You can see that. Oops, it's still not on the screen. Let me slide that over. There we go. You can see that right there. NGC has that listed at $260,000, but they don't have the population. This was sold, the same one A different auction. This one is in November of 2022. One sold for $262,000. So again, Paula's comment regarding that is absolutely fact. Just because it says 2, that's only a population in PCGS, not the total populations of coins. So again, as I stated earlier, Paul is really good about correcting me and stuff like that. So I appreciate the correction and letting me know the details on that, because again, I don't say things wrong because I'm trying to mislead. It's just because I'm not as adept as some other people are. But I do definitely want to make sure that I'm providing the best information that I can. So thank you, Paula, for that. I definitely appreciate you. Crafty Dragon's in the house. What's going on, Crafty? Good to see you. Appreciate you being there. Astronomical numbers I could only dream of. Yeah, woohoo. It's one of those things that is, I have a couple coins that are pretty nice, but nowhere even close. I think the most expensive coin I have is like $1,500. I couldn't imagine having a coin worth that much. I think when I think of coins like that, I think of watching a video of Chuck and Eric and Mickey hanging out with, oh man, I just lost his name. The doc. Paula, help me. Collector. Oh my God, I just went blank. Anyway, they did a video with him looking at his collection, and this guy's collection was just unreal. Every coin they pulled out was, $1,500, $1,800, $2,200, $25,000, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000, $250,000. I mean, it was just like, what the heck? And he's been doing it for a long. Brian, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, and just unreal to look at these collections and look at these people who have some of the top-notch collections in PCGS, right? These guys find these coins. It's unreal. And to look at some of the variety, some of these coins, it's insane to go through. Farm Dog, if you can do me a favor, can you do me a favor? You're a mod. Can you run over to Chuck's channel, Copper Coins, and I had to tell you what that was, but for everybody else, and see if you can't find that live stream that they did and throw that in chat. It was fun to just sit and watch, because they were going through and they were looking at a ton of these coins. They were looking at different ones. And there was one where when Eric picked it up, I was like, oh man, I can't watch this. He's like, I don't want to hold this. I don't want to hold this container. There's so much money in this container. It was just absolutely unreal. I appreciate you, Farm Dog. Thanks, bud. It's just one of those things that is just crazy, because it's like, yeah, I can't imagine what it would be like. And I'm sitting here staring at this coin. I probably should have me back up on the screen. You guys may not want to see me at all. You may want to go back and look at that gold coin. And if you do, then let me know and I'll be happy to remove this from your existence. But it's fun to look at some of these items. Now, Coach says most people can't afford to hold on to the super valuable coins, even if they have them, because it doesn't make sense with mortgages and other debt. I absolutely 100% wholeheartedly agree. I would not be able to keep one of these. I would have to flip that and sell it. If I was to get something like that Brockage, right? I would absolutely. Most of the coins, I know she says cons, but it's coins. Most of the coins he's found, as he's found himself. But again, search and search and search and search and search. Dirty Water, right? Another dude that, man, finds so much cool stuff, but that's because they're constantly looking for these things. So you see these things, you can find this in pocket change. You could be $1 million, you can be a millionaire, you can find this $70,000 coin. Well, probably not. Realistically, you probably can't find one of those, especially if it's a population of like 3, and all 3 are accounted for. But what's the odds of finding something if you don't look for it? So while some of those are meant to just kind of mislead, it's good to understand that there are those things out there. But, and I'll say this very clearly, and this is, you'll hear Paula say this all the time. There's not just Paula, just in general, people who are really adept at looking for errors and varieties. If you don't know what you're looking for, you'll never be able to find it. Now, caveat, okay, major caveat to that. If you pull up a 1955 double die, right, and you happen to see that, you're going to know what that is, right? It's going to stand out like a sore thumb. If you look at a 1943, one of those really, really nice double dies that are there on that 1943 Lincoln cent, most people will know what they have, but not everybody would know what they had, because you don't know what you don't know, right? So people will be like, oh man, look at that date. It got really smashed, right? A lot of times people look at error coins and they don't know what they have. And a lot of people look at road coins, right? Parking lot coins, and think they found $1 million coin, because some Yahoo on YouTube, not this Yahoo, but some other Yahoo, put it up there that this particular coin, this Comfy channel, said that, you could find this particular coin and it was worth $30,000 just because it was a 1979 Lincoln cent, right? Well, no, there's something very special about that coin, and it's very, very rare. Namaste. I literally searched thousands and thousands of coins to get the good stuff. Yeah, you know what? I'm always like, man, I would love to find something like that, but I don't look. I just don't look. I mean, I did find, it's here, and I've got it in my little bag of things that I found over the last couple months, and it's a very small bag. It's only like 10 coins. But I found a 1921 Mercury dime. So for those of you who don't know, and excuse the scruff, I'm very unkept, very unprofessional for a ex-military folk. Anyway, just kidding. I like to stay clean, but I've been lazy and haven't done it. Tiger and I will go through and we will look at coins. So I send Tiger 3 rolls of Mercury dimes. He goes into his stack, he pulls out 3 rolls, sends them to me, and I search them. So in the last roll, about 7 coins to go, I stumbled across a very, very, very beat up, very worn down 1921 Philadelphia Merc dime. It's a key date, and it's not overly expensive. It's probably a $70 coin, maybe $80 coin, but still, when you're looking at a roll of Mercs costing $100 to find an $80 or $100 coin in it, that's a whole nother roll of Mercury dimes. So the roll paid for itself with 1 coin. So it's cool to be looking through and identifying that stuff. And I've looked through probably, maybe a half a dozen rolls with him, and found nothing, right? We found a couple that we needed to fill my book, but really didn't find anything major. Hey, Kraken, thanks for coming in, bud. I appreciate you being in here. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're good. Just a dude, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. I don't have any errors or keys. Well, you'll have to have at least 1 key or else you can't get into your car or get into your apartment. So I know you have at least 1 key. I know he's talking key dates, but jacking with my buddy Anxious. You're a stacker primarily, dude. You're a stack collector, right? So here's the thing. They come in time. Now, if you're really serious about collecting and you really want to do that, then start low. Okay, start low. Don't try to find the 1909 SVDB. Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to find one, go ahead. But if you really want to get a key date, get yourself a 1950D MS65, MS66 Jefferson nickel, right? You can get it for cheap, not a big deal. And if you're going to start a book or something like that, it's always cool to start a book with a key date, right? Like the first one that I put in this book was the key date, right? That's important. Get you a nice 1958, get you a couple things like that. Miss Coin Crew, my car doesn't have a key. It does. And you have to have a fob in order to start the car, because if it's not in the car, it doesn't start. So it definitely has a key. It's just doesn't require the key to start it. Hi, Miss Coin Crew. Love you, my friend. Thanks for being in here. I appreciate you. But again, when you're talking about key dates and you're still thinking about things like that, again, it's one of those things where, you know, eventually they'll come to you. If you're looking for it and you're searching for them, eventually you'll find it. But if you want to collect it, collect it. But here's the thing. There are so many other cool coins. There are so many other neat things to collect. I've got my typeset book sitting here where I have, and it's going to, oh, it didn't disappear on me because it's against the green. If I did it over here, it might disappear. I've got a couple of coins in here that are key dates, and they're nothing major, right? I just upgraded my 1951 or my 1950D Jefferson nickel that I got from Coin Crew. I had one in that was a little bit nicer, but again, this coin, it just had better luster. And I'm like, you know what? I want to have some key dates in there, and I could buy the coin for fairly cheap. It's not something that was going to break the bank. So if you want some key date items, there are some key dates that you can get that are not overly expensive. Walkers, you can get a decent walker for that. Morgan's key dates, that probably cost you a little bit more, but you can get some for a fairly decent price. Now, they're not going to be high grade. You're not going to get really, really high grade coins when you're looking at some of those items, but you can find good quality coins, and you can find some good key dates for pretty cheap. A really key coin that a lot of people can't stand collecting, but you can get them. It's really easy to finish this set is Susan B. Anthony's, right? That wide rim and narrow rim. You can get that variety. You can get the proofs. You can get all those. You can put your set together, get the book, and you can do it for really cheap. And all of them will be extremely nice quality. You can get you some, let's see, $8. $8 is another great one where you can get some key dates, the 1973, right? You can get key date high quality coins. You could get a whole set slabbed for pretty decent if you wanted to. But you could get some really good high-end key dates on that one and not have to pay an arm and a leg, you know, spend 30, 40, 50 bucks. If you're going to be graded and you're going to get really high top coins, it might be more than that. But you can get your proof sets. And the thing with Lincoln's, Kennedy's are another one, right? The quarters, the Washington quarters. Now, some of the Washington quarters will set you back a little bit in nicer grades, but you can get really good quality key date coins by just looking at some of those different varieties or different denominations, and looking at, you know, what do I want to collect? What can I get? What can I find? And, you know, just find those things. But having key date coins, it's up to you. It's personal, right? I know that my Mercury dime book, and it's over there somewhere. I'm probably not going to have a 1916D anytime soon. But you know what? I just stumbled across the 1921. I think that's really cool. I'm really happy with being able to have found that 1921 key date Merc dime in a roll of Mercs. Now, I have a special relationship with Tiger in that he's a stacker and I'm a numismatist. And him and I go back and forth, and we send coins and we share back and forth. YouTube me, him and I share things back and forth, and we'll collect things and we'll trade. I have trade with other people in the community where we will go through and look at things. I have I just went blank. He's my other Irish brother from another mother. Holy smokes. Why did I go? I can see him too. Holy smokes. I just lost my mind. Anyway, so I've got other people that I do ships with. Oh my God, come on. Ginger, Supreme Ginger Stacker. Holy smokes. I'm looking at coins. He knows I love ships, right? And so I've got some beautiful 2-ounce coins from him that have ships on them. Really cool, collectible, Canadian mint. Looking at some really awesome collection in the Pirate series from the Royal Mint. And being able to just change some things out. So stack what you like, collect what you like, right? You don't necessarily have to have the key dates. Now, I have ruined YouTube me. Okay? I have ruined him. And he'll tell you, hey, what's going on, Elite Collection? Good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming into the streams. Thank you for being in here. What's going on, Copper Owls? What's going on? Good to see you. Again, thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate you being in here. Yeah, but see, like with Ginger and I, we just chat, right? We talk all the time. We see each other in the streams periodically, but I talk with him because he's looking for certain items and I'll get certain items or I'll purchase certain items. But I do a lot of those things where I collect items and I hang out with Chuck, hanging out with Brian. Thanks, Farm Dog. I appreciate you. Earlier on, I was talking about some amazing coins and some amazing things that Dr. Brian has in his collection. Now, he goes through and he collects a lot of the stuff, but he finds almost every coin he has. What's up, Vault for Pedro? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being in here. And he's got an amazing collection. Leaks 59, what's going on? So Leaks, if you're in the portrait mode, if you're probably looking at your phone. There's probably not very many people in that side. If you want to get on the other side, we have 34 people in the other side. Simply navigate to the link that is in the top, and that will take you into the landscape mode. Going into the landscape mode. If you're on your phone, then go ahead and stay in portrait mode. You won't see a lot of the chats, but again, I do that because sometimes people can't see, their work and they're on their phone. They want to see it landscape mode. They like that particular one. You're on an iPad, go to the top, scroll, click on that link. That pinned link will take you over to the portrait mode, and then you'll be able to see it in the portrait mode, and you'll jump over into that other chat. It'll help you bypass all the other stuff. You may get an ad as you switch across, but it's just because you're coming into the channel. So, but that should be there in just a minute. Then when you're on the other side, give us a how do you do and let us know you're there. Farm Dog, thanks again for doing that. But that was a fun video. It's long, so you can fast forward through it, watch it at your leisure, whatever. There were a lot of cool coins in that particular one. And again, talking about the coins that I went over earlier, it's Anxious, I'm going to time you out, buddy. I got all my errors from Temu. Yeah, don't be buying anything from Temu. Rock Solid, what's going on, Rock Solid? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for visiting on the portrait side. I do appreciate you. And again, for those of you who don't know, I'm streaming both wide and narrow screen formats. If you're in one and you want to be in the other, navigate yourself to the top, click on that pinned link, and go over to the other side. Check out that dark side, whichever side that is that you enjoy. Links, you are no longer alone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I do this because I've had some people say they enjoy that. It also shows up in the YouTube's shorts feed, so it gives people another venue in which to come in. So depending upon where you're coming from and depending upon how you want to view it, I'm just giving people a bunch of different options. So whatever works best for you is what I want you to be able to do, right? So I have multiple chats open in order to monitor it, and I'm trying to do everything I can to make it as beneficial to you, right? That's ultimately what matters. This is for you guys. I do this. I enjoy doing it. I like to have fun. Angry Warrior Tackle Box is in the house. Inkman78 is in the house. What's going on, you guys? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you popping in and saying, how do you do? Ringmaster Ray, I think I was a bad influence on Frosty. Maybe. Could have been. I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation there, Ringmaster Ray. But yeah, I really want to make sure that people have what they want and can look at it. Now I'm going to be clicking back and forth. Do whatever you got to do, Angry. But again, I like giving people opportunities for their own enjoyment, right? I don't necessarily need to have things go the way that I want them to go. You can jump back and forth. You can do whatever you want to do. I just wanted to make sure that I made it easy and convenient for everybody. All right, so let's look and see what else is going on. So I don't have anybody else in stream. Paula, if you want to come on up and let me know. That was all I had for today. I just wanted to go over that gold coin set that was found. It was a really cool story. Again, the one thing I really want to just reiterate to everybody, please, if you're in this community and you're looking at buying things, there's some things that I want you to do. Okay. I have looked a number of times at trying to find information on a coin or tried to find information on whether or not I had something was authentic. And sometimes, and I did this with Paula just the other day, right? Did I find something? Please, I know it's not right. Just please tell me that there's something I don't know about. And she's like, nah, it's not. Find yourself trusted partners. Find people that you can go to that you absolutely 100% unequivocally trust with your life. I know you should have done your poor Frosty that came out super clean. My poured one today. Oh, okay. Got you. So Angry just did a pour for me. Outstanding. Thank you so much. I was like, hold on, wait, what was I tracking? Yeah, I got a pour from Angry Warrior. I'm so looking forward to that, dude. He's done some really good stuff. If you're not a friend to Angry Warrior Tackle Box, I'm gonna go hold on just a second. Let me pull this really quick. I'm gonna open this up. I'm not even subscribed to you, Angry. That's a shame. So I am going to copy this. I'm going to throw that in chat. Well, you saw that I've subscribed. Go check out his stuff. He's got some really cool things going on. Please go check him out there. I just heard the finky tinky tink tink. So let me get over here. Look who's here. Hello. Hold on.
It's been forever.
It has been a while. I'm going to remove this one and bring you up here. I did the one video and then I did the John Howe call out and then I had to work.
Yeah.
So it's been like 2 weeks since we chit chatted.
I know.
But that John Howe thing was something I just felt like I had to do. That was,
yeah, of course.
That was something I talked to him on that Tuesday and he wasn't feeling well. And then I found out on Thursday that he had passed. And I was just like, wow.
It's always tough. Uh-oh.
Ray's got jokes. No, it's nothing bad. So Ray sent me the picture of this and said, this is what you look like with that background. Because I got the little fire things coming out my head. It's
like smoke coming out your ears.
Oh, that's funny, Ray. I didn't even think about it. I don't ever pay attention to myself on the camera. I make sure that everything is good during setup and I don't think about how it looks to other people. But anyway, so
it's
Angry.
So weird because it sounds like on me here on StreamYard side, it sounds like you're in like a tunnel, but on face when I was watching on YouTube, you sounded fine.
So I think the reason that is because I need to let me do this.
It's okay. You don't have to change anything right now. You can do it after or whatever. It's not like bad. It just sounds different.
Yeah. So the reason that it's happening is because I'm sharing. For people to hear you, I have to share my desktop audio. And so you hear the desktop audio, but you hear me through the other side as well. So you hearing me twice, so I sound kind of echoey. I've tried to turn that down a little bit. Let me see if I can drop that just a hair and reduce that. Did that get any better? Or is it still there?
No, it's still there, but it's okay. It's not bad. You don't have to change it. It sounds good on YouTube, so just keep it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with doing it. What I'm trying to figure out,
I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Logic said I sound like I'm in a tunnel.
then that's got to be the feedback that we're getting through the microphone. So if I was to do this,
I can hear you. I don't know.
so let me check this and see if this works.
I can hear the music too. I couldn't hear the music on YouTube.
Okay. You couldn't hear the music on YouTube?
That sounds different now. That sounds
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that better for you guys? Do you guys sound less tinny and echoey?
I'm working on that, Angry Warrior. I'm drinking coffee right now.
I need to get a top off myself.
Perhaps.
Hopefully that works. Because this sounds better for you though?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds just like it sounded on YouTube.
Well, I told her she shouldn't be streaming from the bathroom, but you know. So how you been, my friend? It has been a while since we chit chatted.
You've been okay.
What's new in your world?
Nothing.
Why not?
There's always something new in my world, but it's boring, so you don't want to hear about nothing. It's the same old, same old. I'm out of the tunnel now, Jackalope said. Good.
Yeah, and I think
better for the audio all around. Okay.
So what I did is I took off, you know how in the StreamYard side you can set to do the noise reduction?
Yeah, echo cancellation and stuff. Yeah.
So I took that off.
Oh. That makes sense.
It doesn't, right? It's just like, ugh. But what happens is it's feeding through my microphone. So if I take off the echo cancellation,
yeah,
I think it just reduced it. So that should be better. What is the coin of the week? Coach wants to know.
What's the coin of the week? Oh man, what's the coin of the week? I don't know.
You guys have anything special showing up on tomorrow's stream?
Not really. And you know what's funny is that we were talking about I think we're gonna, because we really like that we do the cram session at the end of the month, and we as a panel really like that. We'd like to be able to engage with the people in the chat and answer questions and stuff. So we were thinking about doing that like every other week.
That's a good idea.
Doing it at the end, we do like an email stream one week, and then we do the chat stream the next, and then an email stream, and then a chat. So I'm not sure we haven't really talked about what we're gonna do tomorrow. So we may be just doing a chat stream. We have not had we've had a lot of emails, but not a lot of finds other than Dirty Water and Dave and the typical heavy hitters.
Jackalope said ever since you guys announced the 1983 copper find that he's been checking every 83.
That could be the coin of the week, although it wasn't really. It was found like in January or maybe even before January. But yeah, that 83 was something else, huh?
No, not a copper dime. Copper find.
Yeah, it was a
FIND.
83 on a copper planchet.
Oh, it's a
Checking.
yeah. So that's it. But he said dime. It's not dime. It's
Oh,
find.
no.
Yeah.
It's a transitional error. And so weigh all your 83 cents. Typically, you can tell by just looking at them because
They
there
don't
were a
have
lot of
bubbles and
plating.
blisters, and
Huh?
they still look like a
Yeah, a
coin.
lot of plating issues. A lot of plating issues. Yeah, because they were just transitioning. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That
I
was
missed.
actually found on Bobby Minnick's Coin Community Family forum. You guys should join that too. That Coin Community Family. It's just a forum where you can ask questions and stuff. Um,
Is it
you
a
should join
Facebook
that.
thing?
No, it's just Google it. Coin Community Family. I can post the link. Hang on. Bobby is a moderator in Ken Potter's group also on Facebook. But he's got a great group. Lots of really, really good people. John Sullivan's in there. Ken.
That's a name I haven't heard for a while. I need to. I
Joe
haven't seen him for a bit.
Cronin. Yeah, lots of really good people in there. Let me find Bobby's link. Hang on.
So
Crap.
the one thing, so Jackalope said, if you don't have a scale, sound works as well. Zinc sounds dead. Copper
Kind
rings.
of.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Kind of.
If you don't have a scale and you're going to buy one, do me a favor. Okay. Buy one that goes out to the hundredths or the thousandth digit. Okay. I know you can find these
Yeah,
little cheap ones on Amazon that only have the one digit, but the problem is that extra digit really does help.
home.
So try to find one that has at least 2 decimal points. 3 is better. Now what I did, and a lot of people think I'm crazy for doing this, I went and bought one for food. And so there's like 5 or 6 different items on there. It has troy ounces because you can use it for other things, but it's basically a food scale. It has 3 different containers on the top of it. I'll show it later on. But it goes out to 3 decimal places, and I utilize it if I'm doing certain recipes where it calls for a very specific amount of stuff. I'll change out the little dish on top, and then I'll weigh my spices or
Listen,
whatever it
you
is.
can buy one for $8 on Amazon. They're super cheap. You absolutely should have a scale if you are searching coins.
Another thing that you should have is a set of calipers.
Yeah, calipers help. I have used my calipers twice.
Well, you're talking to an engineer
twice.
style guy here, so
Yeah, you know what works just as well most of the time if you have cardboard flips. If you put a coin inside the intended cardboard flip and it falls way outside or way inside the circle, it works great.
That works too.
Yeah,
that works too.
So
yeah.
But yeah, let me. If you go on Amazon, I can pull up a picture.
The only thing that won't help you with is the thickness of the coin, but you're going to notice if something's really thick anyway.
Yeah.
But
and typically, if the weight's off, if it's heavy, it's a little extra thick. So
that's what
Anyway. Or it's the wrong.
I really ought to get a scale one of these days. I got to stop being lazy about it. Dr. Woohoo doesn't have a scale. I don't believe that.
Let's see.
I don't believe that. So do we have anybody still over on the vertical side?
I don't know. It's funny because when you're streaming, when it's live, it doesn't show as many people
anybody.
Watching,
then all of a sudden you'll get like 600 people.
But your views are you usually have a few more views on that afterwards. I'm trying to pull this picture up. It's not helping me.
What are you trying to get up?
Why won't this? I'm trying to pull a picture of this scale up.
I don't see anything yet.
And this is What?
Oh, thanks, Copperell.
I want this. Okay,
He's
open
like, I
image.
think I'm the only one over here. It's lonely. So skills are good for a
Lonely.
number of things, right?
Lonely.
Checking the authenticity of a coin,
Okay.
checking its weight, looking at for certain varieties, right? A lot of times you'll see whether something's on the right planchet or not. Um, it'll help you identify whether somebody's done something goofy like strip the copper off of a or zinc sand, right? Um, you'll be able to determine the weights and see stuff like that. So there's a lot of good things that a scale will do for you. If you collect silver, the ping testers are really good. But there are things that you can do like with silver and gold where you don't even need the scales and stuff like that because you can do things like specific gravity. So there's a lot of different things. That the key
There's a
with doing
picture
stuff.
down. There's a picture down below. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's some things that the key with doing that is never just
$9
trust one test.
on. That's $9 on Amazon.
But is that a single or does that have
So
2 decimals?
yeah, it's the appropriate scale. It weighs to the hundredths. The 100ths.
Very cool. I think it's the same one that I have.
All you got to do is go on Amazon and type in coin scale, or if you can look on eBay.
It might be the same
But-
one that I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had mine for 10 years now and have never had to replace it. So, in fact, I don't think I've ever replaced the batteries
Mine came with a really cool.
because I use it and
Mine came with a really cool card that actually lists the weights of coins, which was really cool. Like 59 to 64, 4.67 grams. 64 to 1909, 3.11 grams. 1909 to 1942, 3.11 grams. 43, 2.7. So it lists the weights. That was a really cool piece that came with mine.
What you need is I have a chart. We have a chart in our Facebook group, and there's other charts that you can Google. U.S. coin weight tolerances. That's what you really need, is because just because a coin is heavy or light doesn't mean that it's unusual or that it's an error. It has to be outside of the tolerance. So, yeah, they
exactly
usually
right,
those typically come. Those typically come with a little calibration thing that you can. But yeah, those are great. It came with a note telling you to buy batteries. I have a Pride of Two Nations set, Coach's Magic. There's 2 different ones. There's the U.S. one, and then there's the Canadian one. The Canadian one is actually more scarce, has a much lower mintage than the U.S. set.
I didn't get the proof one. I procrastinated and lost my opportunity. I got the other one, but I didn't get the proof one.
They're considered a design variety Crafty Dragon. They're considered a design variety, but both are normal. So they're not there's no premium to one or the other.
It's just like when you're looking at, so there's a lot of different design varieties. So if you go to like Wexler, you go to Kineka or something like that, you'll see that they have different design elements for those particular coins. So you'll see, the 2 or 3 mint marks that they use. Great year 1953, Denver. There are 3 different mint marks that were utilized in that particular one. You look at the reverses. There's, the reverse between the 53 and the 56. Even though the wheats are different, right? So there's a lot of different design elements that you can see. Is it Wexler's that has that?
Variety Vista.
Variety Vista.
I'm going to put this in. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in chat for the blunt and pointed 9. Hang on. There you go. For the dimes.
Hey, Tiger, what's going on, brother? He's been working a ton. He lives in West Virginia, but he's working in New Mexico for 2 weeks. So, the life of a traveling doctor, crazy stuff. So, no worries, bud. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. You missed the fun earlier. We had Mark Thomas, Sorcerer Stan, me, all trying to knock each other off of the King of the Hill. And then somebody snuck in. I don't remember who it was that snuck in and said, ha 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 ha. I'm taking King of the Hill. It was Rockzilla, I think. And was like, I'm taking the King of the Hill. Oh, that was funny. You guys made me laugh. Made my cheeks hurt. That was awesome. Yeah, and Siren, don't worry about it if your eyes hurt on the portrait side. Come over to the landscape. It's all good. I understand it's not for everybody. I just want to make sure that the people have the opportunity to look at it if they only have their phones. Sometimes the portrait mode is a little bit easier. You have a better opportunity for chat. You can see just the top screen. It's really easy to use, but they're usually for younger eyes. I can't read the chat half the time on it. Matter of fact, I should pull it up and see what it looks like on my end. Ray, I just saw that again. It made me laugh.
Copy. And then here is another one that talks about the pointed 9 variety. Here is a link for an article on that from NGC. It talks about the pointed 9 on the proof.
And that's in the chat. Okay, outstanding. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, see, on that vertical mode, the thing that I like about the vertical mode is that you have the chat down below. So it's really easy to see the whole thing kind of in one setting. But again, it definitely is one of those things where you have to be looking at, you have to really focus on your eyeballs, whether that works for you or not. So in this case, I would not be utilizing it unless I was on the other side. Now, the one thing that I need to probably remove is actually, let me do this because I believe, let me remove that. Let me see how this works for everybody. Tell me, so if you're on the landscape side or the portrait side, tell me if that gets cleaner for you. So what I've done is I removed the chat, the in-house chat on mine. So you shouldn't see that red text underneath anymore. It should just be the YouTube text. So let me know if that other text goes away. It should be cleaner for you. So you should have a little bit better image. I think people were complaining about that. So that's been resolved. So now you should just have normal chat and it should be cleaner. Let me know if that works. If it does, outstanding. If it doesn't, then we'll figure that out. But I think right now the only person in that vertical stream is me and Kevin. So, but the thing is you don't know, right?
You don't know.
It says there's one person in live, and then actually.
And maybe have you tried streaming with it with just the vertical and not both? Because maybe it's interfering with how YouTube pushes it out, doing both.
It might be. I don't know the answer to that. I haven't been able to see that yet. I'm going to do. The problem is that most of the people that watch the channel want to see it in landscape, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do is I'll probably do some coin stuff where I'm looking at coins or whatnot, and I'll do that in vertical mode probably later in the evening.
That's what we talked about doing.
And seeing if that sparks the interest. If I only do the one to do the primary in vertical, see if that kicks the algorithm and see if I get more people.
Yeah, looks we like did one. Amanda and I did one vertical stream. Or we did one on. Yeah, we did one live. One of our Monday nights. I think it was our chat.
Yeah, I remember that. You had 99% of the people said no.
Yeah, they didn't like it, but our views did. We did have a like normally on our cram sessions, we don't get we struggle to even get 1,000 views. But like right away within like a couple hours, we had 2.4 thousand in that vertical. So but people didn't like it. So, what are you gonna do?
Well, and
Do we?
you get used to seeing things a certain way. And a lot
You
of your
do.
viewers, so this is one thing that I've asked some of the members, right? How do you view the channel? So like when you're sitting down on a Sunday morning and you're looking at this, what are you looking at? And people are like, "Well, my iPad or my TV."
Yeah.
And if you're watching it on TV, the vertical mode sucks. It's
Yes,
too
it
small,
does.
you can't see the chat. It's
Yep.
horrible. And so if you're looking at it on your iPad, if you're looking at it on the computer, it's not as bad on a computer, but if you're looking on the TV, oh my God, it's horrible. And it's not fun to watch. Whereas if you especially if you have a wide screen, the chat's bigger. You can bring the chat up on the side of your TV so you can see the chat. You can see everything. It's there. People like me who have eye issues, right? I can't read like that unless I have the glasses on close. And so for that situation, I definitely want to see it on landscape mode.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking at the stream right now, vertical on my phone to kind of just check and see what the format looks like, and it's not a bad format. It's clean, it's easy to see, the chat is easy to see. You can see the information, but it's only you and I. If there were 5 or 6 people, would all be this big.
Yeah, and it cut Shannon off. So Shannon was on the bottom of it, and it cut him off, and the chat was really super small. So for what we do, we were like, well, so what do we do? Who do we cater to? Do we want to attract new people, or do we want our regular viewers who are there every single week? Do we want to cater to them? When we decided that we wanted to cater to the people that were always there. And on our cram sessions, people ask questions in chat, and sometimes they get answers in chat. So it's difficult. So it just doesn't work for our platform. But and we got a lot of trolls. We had a lot of trolls in there. And that's a huge drawback for us because it's very distracting. When you're trying to teach, you'd want to eliminate as many distractions as you can.
Yeah.
And that was a big distraction.
I think in that form it would be much more difficult. You want to have
Yeah.
a very targeted audience, people who are there specifically for that particular item. So for me and Siren, I just got your email. I've looked at it. I'll talk with you afterwards because I want to understand exactly what that looks like, what that is. But thank you for doing that because that's not what I see on my end. It could have been the module that I tried to add to do that. So hopefully this what I'm doing now resolves it. If you click on the chat, what my chat does is it slides over the top of the image and then allows me to chat. So I'm hoping that the change that I just made in the system will fix that.
Have a great day, Inkman.
Hey, Inkman, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. What did John say? I heard John just dug up my cable in the backyard. Oh no, I hate that. Yeah, that sucks. This is why you call blue stakes before you dig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had my cable company cut through. They were digging up my neighbor's yard and they cut through my fiber line. And they came back and they said, your connection's fine. And I'm like, well, yeah, really? Check my connection. And they would check it in the box. And it was close enough to where it was getting signal. They're like, well, you're getting a signal. And I'm like, really? Come in the house and let's try to watch something. And they were like,
right?
Oh, it's not working. Like, no kidding.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
And they're like, we're going to have to dig up your yard.
Okay. Water flowing to my sub pump around my house quit flowing. It backed up and cracked.
No. Yeah, dig it up. Dig up your cable. Get that sub pump going. You want to make sure. Do you have a what do they call that? Septic system. Because if you have a septic system, and that sub pump broke, and that no, you get that fixed first. YouTube TV can wait.
Right?
Yeah, no, get that thing taken care of first, brother. That's horrible. Well, cool. So you say you have nothing new going on, like nothing at all?
Well, yeah, but it's boring.
Well, like what?
Nah.
We're preparing for a
Nothing.
Europe trip.
Nothing.
So
I know you are. How exciting.
I'm looking forward to it. And what my wife just got approved because she does that Yogo, the women's orthopedic group outreach. It's the
Nice. Yeah.
and she does that. She goes to different countries. They just got confirmation they're going to Tanzania.
Tanzania. Holy moly.
So she's like, "You need to get a plane ticket." And I'm like, "Well, look them up." It's like, they're $2,500. I don't think I'll be going with you. I don't think I'll be going to Tanzania, but it looks like a lot of fun. So I'm gonna try and finagle it to where I can do
You
some.
could buy a 16D Mercury dime for that. Come on.
I could buy a whole lot of other stuff with that too. That's a well,
Really
not anymore, but
worried.
that's an ounce of gold.
I know, but you're complaining that you will never have a 16D to fill your Mercury dime book.
Yeah, I would rather have the trip to Tanzania than a Mercury dime.
Choices.
I would rather have the Mercury dime if I was taking somewhere like, Baltimore.
Yeah.
But Tanzania, go on African safari, do something like that, then yeah. But
Yeah.
Ida, what's up, my friend?
Tanzania. What's there to do in Tanzania besides get like some weird disease?
Well, they're doing so obviously safari, right? You could do a safari and check out the African savannah.
Oh, you can do that in Tanzania?
Mm-hmm. The other thing in Tanzania is I collect gemstones.
I thought she goes to like far outreach, like villages and stuff
they do that stuff too. So they fly into the major cities. Now they're not going to be staying in Tanzania is a country, not a city, right? So they're going to be flying to like the major city, and then they'll be going to wherever it is that they want to do. Me says, shoot things. Yes. Tomorrow, Miss Coin Crew is doing the She Shop.
Yes, she is doing the She Shop.
So make sure you guys are over there. I'm sure she'll talk a little bit about it when they do their stream as well.
And hopefully Ida's doctor's appointment goes well and gives her some serious relief.
Yeah, it's a bummer that you're hurting, Ida.
Yeah.
That's not good. What's going on, Wolf Metals? How you doing? Wolf Metal just popped up in the other side. Thank you for being in here. If you want to be where all the other chat's going on, click on that link in that description and then or that pinned item and come on over to the landscape side, unless you want to watch it in portrait mode. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's really cool, ATS. Joe Cronin did something like he did made a table. I think it was a table with he did, or it might have even been like his entryway. I can't remember, but he did something with scents. But yeah, that's really cool. I used to go to a gal to get my hair done, and their bathroom was all Lincoln scents on on the floor. It was pretty cool.
Big Flip just took apart a tabletop. That was a bunch of old silver coins.
Oh, right.
That
had
been epoxied and
epoxy resin.
Was able to save a bunch of them.
That's cool.
Hey, me. He said this is now a show full of crap. We're talking about bathrooms.
Yeah, bathrooms.
He's got jokes. Oh, okay, and you put the coins.
What?
What do you mean, Dislogic? Oh, I appreciate you, Wolf Metals. Thanks, bud. Yeah, again, the weird thing about the portrait side, and again, it may be the way that I have it structured because I'm streaming at two YouTube sides at the same time. So I may not be picking up the algorithm. I would be curious to see if I did what I did when I did the John's uh
Oh, he's
call
yeah,
out,
Jack.
which was made the portrait mode the primary. My views were much higher. I had about two times, three times the views on that one than I did the other one. So it might be that I have to make the portrait mode the primary and then tell people if they want to come over and watch the full thing to come over and check out the other one. So a lot of it might be structure where I get the alerts because the view, everybody can come over to landscape. But again, it's just going to be playing with it, right? I'm really working on trying to improve this, and it's gonna be a game for a little while I try to improve it and while I try to make it better for everybody. So
Well, and you know, as much as like everybody, of course, everybody wants to build their channel and they want to get tons of viewers and subscribers and everything else, but we with what we do, like our we want people who want to be there. You know what I mean? Like we want people who want to come and stay, not just like, you know, like drive-bys.
oh yeah, I got you.
You know, the TikTokers who only want to watch 30 seconds and um because we're not going to really teach them anything in that amount of time.
Got you, Jackalope. I
We
knew I'd
did
missed
see
something.
we did see a post on Facebook from one of the big YouTube channel things that may be like a piece of furniture. And he posted a coin that he was all, yeah, look at what my viewer found. It's this quarter with this amazing die crack. It was totally a scratch. He got called out by two people in the live coin Q&A. I'm sure he doesn't care. I'm just saying. That's you asked me what's new. That's what's new. Be careful who you watch.
Well, and so I joke about this all the time when I talk about the comfy chair. Um,
It can't be true.
Did you know what I'm saying?
I totally do.
Yeah, and so,
I totally
but it's
do.
like
Yeah.
it's hard when you have a channel like that it's he's entertaining. He has good quality. He's built a presence.
He has good presence. I don't
Yeah.
know about his quality.
Well, but when I talk about quality, I'm talking about like the clarity of his videos. He's
Ah,
got a good
gotcha.
setup. He's got like he's the makeup of his area is good. He's got the right. There's all of those things that they all play into it, right? That's all a part of it. But I don't care if I'm known for a top channel in the graphics view. I have my
Yeah.
green screen, and I mean, honestly, look at this, okay? Right, okay. I mean, it's just a strip light that illuminates a green backdrop. It's nothing fancy. My lighting, everybody's like, "Oh my God, you got cool lighting. You can adjust the volumes." So I can adjust the lighting here. I pull up my phone. It's really cool. Ooh, whoa, what the hell happened? That was weird. So I can come over here and I can adjust and turn one side up and turn one side down and adjust the temperatures of the lights and stuff. But you know what they are? Ready? I mean, come on, look at this. I'm gonna show you my ghetto. Look, it's just one of these lights. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing major, right? It's just how you put it together. I gifted
Yeah.
my camera, so you can do a lot of cool things with low end tech. You don't have to have high end tech to do it. And I'm not spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars
Floating
to
roof.
to put together a studio when I
Yeah.
can
Well, we
basically
don't
build
want all
them.
that anyway. Like I was saying, you know what we do, we just don't want all the distractions.
Yeah.
You know what I
Um,
mean? So we need people to focus.
right. Now,
Focus.
most of what I do is live streams. And honestly, most of the time, Paula and Eric are here, right? Bifrost is here every once in a while. She's drawing something up, doing her thing. We'll do some giving stuff away. We'll do whatever. Um,
She's joking, John Chick.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I just found one of the famous kinds of floating roofs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's joking
she's joking.
because
Um,
that's garbage.
she needs she needs to do a uh a video on her I've asked Paula coins.
Oh yeah.
That's
It
a
would
pretty
just
big
be
that's a
it would
pretty
just
big
be nope,
container.
nope, no, nope, not it. No. That's what the video would be.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's awesome.
no.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where, like in this case, I'm going to be presenting the viewers, right? So it'll be me. I'll be presenting Bifrost. I'll be presenting something. Now, every once in a while, I'll do something where it's just going to be me. I'm showing a story. I'm going to do something different, like the John Howe or the solar eclipse thing, right? Something that's it's just going to be me, and I'm going to set up and I'm going to do everything that I can to make it unique and engaging and fun. That's just me. I enjoy the technical aspect of it, but I'm not looking at people's coins and saying, okay, so let's break this down, right? Let's see what we have. Let's look at it. Because if I'm over at Livecoin Q&A, I'm not looking at their general makeup. I'm not looking at the structure. I'm listening to what they're saying and watching the coin, right? So the coin has got to be the focus. I need to be able to see that. I want to hear what they're saying. So good audio for me and being able to see that presentation, that slide deck. Those are the biggest things for me. I don't care if all the panel members show their icons. It doesn't matter to me. I'm there for the knowledge. And so I understand what Paul is saying in that. Whereas this is more just general chit chat. These are the discussions that just they kind of happen and they flow. And hey, what we talking about today? I don't know. What's interesting, right? Um, you'll find when I do my presentations, those are the videos. That's where I really dig in and I try to do the good formulations, try to set stuff up and try to better quality. And I'm really trying to work on the video side where my video quality is more top notch. I want to present everybody with a good, clean, clear image and stuff of that nature, but my videos to me are more important um, than how I build my studio. Um, I've got something that works really nice. I get compliments on the general backdrops and the changes, what I've done, and how I have chat laid out. I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about hearing what Eric and Paula have to say about coins, right? Because even though it's my
Point.
channel, I'm still learning. I'm always learning, and that's more important to me.
I'm still learning. I learn every day.
So
Of course. I learn every day.
I'm on row 2 and 2 floating roofs.
If you're not learning, you're not listening.
That's truth. Yeah.
Mm.
One of the best pieces of advice I learned as a kid was be teachable.
Yep. Be teachable.
Parvis is like, Ben. He's joking, Parvis. It's not a real thing. Well, I mean, it is a
Yeah,
real thing, but
it's a thing that people made up a long time ago to get new people who don't know any better to buy their coins. That's why these little names that they give things, spinning horse, floating roof, pooping horse, whatever, are a problem
yeah, they're just die
because
cracks.
yeah, it's
They're just die cracks.
all a floating roof is an overabraded die. It's just a die that there used to be a clash or something else, and they have taken that die out and they have dressed it or cleaned it up, and they have removed some of the design element. Somebody got a little heavy-handed.
My
That's all.
ATS, my granddad used to say, "Kid, I've forgotten more than you know." And it took me a long time to really understand the brevity of what he was saying. And
Yep.
as I get into this hobby, I fully understand what he meant by "I've forgotten more than you know." Like I look back and I was like, God, he's so smart. He knows. And he's like, you know how much I've forgotten.
And just when you think you know something, you find out you're wrong. That happens.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you've listened to one person for, and read about a certain variety or something like that, and so it's etched in your brain, and then later on you find out that that person was wrong, so you've been wrong all along. So you have to retrain yourself.
Anxious, do me a favor.
Oh, congratulations, Anxious.
Send me an email, brother. I'll send you something. That's for the 50 likes. And Jackalope, I want you to do me a favor. Send me a package as well. Do you like? Do a will? I will make a package. You want me to do a will? I can do a will.
What's a wheel?
Hold on just a minute. I will get there. A wheel is the wheel of names. You know the wheel of names is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wheel of names. So I'm going to have to do this a little bit different. Go ahead and pull this up. Okay. So what I need to do is I need everybody to be entering into chat. So be loading up chat. Be putting in something into chat. Now, if you're on the other side, so if you were watching it on the portrait end, I will manually grab your name and bring you over. But Jackalope, if you're still in here, please do me a favor and send me an email. I'm going to send you something as well.
He's leaving me everything in his will. Who, Ida? Who are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Not sure.
I don't know. I'm going to go grab some more coffee that way you do this.
Yeah, I'm going to text my wife and see if she can bring me some coffee. That's the good thing about having a wonderful wife. She's always really sweet to me, takes good care of me. But in turn, hey, Hardcore, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. All right, everybody be entering something into chat. We're going to be giving something away, and I think I'm going to actually do something to make it nice as well. I'm going to give away... I'm going to give away, what year is it? It looks like a 1941 Walker. Make sure you're putting stuff in there. Get that up. Hope you're doing well. Hardcore, hope you're doing well. Again, hey, 949, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being in here. Appreciate you all being in chat with me today. Thank you for throwing the likes up there. I definitely appreciate you guys doing that.
Definitely.
Oh, hey, you guys, did I tell you? Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't do this.
I don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be exciting.
Did you guys know that I just received national recognition for a game that I created?
Really?
It's Silent Tennis. It's
Silent tennis?
Yeah, it's tennis without the racket.
Oh my God, you're such a dork. What a dork.
Oh, come on. That's awesome.
Something's wrong here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I got chewed out on Facebook last night by some wingnut so there was a post on Facebook, right? The guy was, I will search people, their profiles.
Yep.
When there's something suspicious going on. And it turns out this guy was from India. Total scammer. Like, had posted in like 20 different coin groups trying to sell his junk. Like he was a total scammer.
Okay.
Well, Brian Rains had made a comment on one of his posts. So I said to Brian, this guy is a scammer from India. Well, I got chewed out by some rando dude who decided to tell me that I was being racist. Like,
Well,
all I said was this guy's a scammer from India. Like, it could have been the guy who told me I was a racist was from Ohio. So I said, so I think you're a wingnut from Ohio. Does that make me racist? Like, I don't understand how me saying that somebody's from India is racist.
you know,
Whatever.
people like to watch the world burn, and
Oh my
everybody
gosh.
has their um everybody has their own little whatever. It's just like, oh my gosh, folks.
And then
Just
he stalked my profile afterwards because he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you were in the Air Force. How disgraceful." I'm like, "Okay, buddy. Okay, bye." That's what I said. "Okay, bye."
all right. Well, I'm going to give you guys just another second to be
What the
entering
heck
stuff into
was that?
chat.
That was a wheel?
Huh?
That was a wheel. It looked like a disco ball.
It is a disco ball, but it's a wheel.
Oh,
Yeah. So
fancy.
give me just a second, folks. I'm going to do something really fast. I'll be right back. We're going to run this wheel. Be entering stuff in there. I'm going to draw a couple more names just to make sure that we're there. I've got some more people in the chat that are coming in. We've increased the number a little bit. So be entering stuff in. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. I'll hold down the fort. That is so true. Like that, using that word racist is just
All right. Sorry
way
about that.
overused.
My dog was yelping downstairs, needed to find out what was going on, and she got her head stuck in the grate. She was trying to come upstairs. I had to go push her head out of the little crate thing. Still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and run these names.
Thanks, Trust.
Go ahead and pull the participants again. All right. Take out all the members. And again, folks, if you weren't here this morning earlier and you didn't hear me say that I have a members only stream coming up, I'm going to be talking about the channel, the direction. We're going to be talking about some things that are coming up, really cool things that are going to be happening. Be doing something specifically for the members during that stream. But you have to be a member, and the only way you'll be able to enter into that particular drawing. So, okay, AZ Coins, you said you wanted to do this. I want you to do me a favor. Let me actually change this in just a second. Let me remove this and shift this over. It's on the wrong side. It's covering up
I think I made that guy mad because he said we told him that the coin wasn't a double die. And he said, "Oh my gosh, I'm blind in one eye, and even I can see that it's doubled." And I said, "Well, next time use your good eye." I think I pissed him off when I said that.
I can't say why. I don't
I don't know.
understand.
I think I might have hurt his feelers. I cracked myself up when I said that, though.
All right, let's go ahead and run this. All right, so you're going to be reaching out to AZ Coins.
Good luck, everybody.
John Shank.
John Shank.
Congratulations, John. So you're going to be reaching out to AZ Coins. I'm going to be doing one more just because I can. And if my name is drawn, I'm going to double what I'm going to be giving away. Fortunately, I didn't do that. Parviz. Maybe. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Parviz, I'll call you. I got your information. I'll be sending you something. Congratulations, bud. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, AZ. That was awesome of you, bud. So please make sure you reach out
That
to
was very
AZ
nice.
Coins. Eye patch on wrong eye. Yeah, maybe.
Right. Take a Midol. Get some maxi pads. You'll be all right.
It's all good.
I
You
don't-
know, sometimes.
People are just weird. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't even. So I had made that comment like 2 hours before the guy decided to chime in, and it wasn't even his post. Like, I mean, if the guy had done any research on his own, he would have seen that what I said about the guy being a scammer from India was 100% appropriate and accurate.
Well, and
But he decided to attack me instead.
because
Weird.
it's easy. One thing,
Yeah.
and I've said this before, you know, when you're on social media, it's easy for us all to become tuning forks. Now, if you don't know what a tuning fork is, a tuning fork is a very specific pitch. And when you're tuning an instrument, whether it be a piano or whether you're tuning a fish, sorry, uh, nobody caught that joke. Anyway, you know, because you can tune a piano, but you
Yeah.
can't tune a
Got it.
fish. Yeah. Anyway,
Look, I'm still working the other thing through my brain.
I liked hardcores about her bills are so high. She has to call it William.
Huh?
Her bills are so big that she has to call it William.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
but we have a tendency when we're on social media, and I say we as a people, not we as in this group of people. A tuning fork, when you have the right pitch, when you ring it, sounds true. So when you play that and you hit that note on the piano or you hit that note on a flute or a saxophone, whatever it is, it sounds true. It rings true. It sounds good. It sounds clean. You know it's the right tone and it's good. We have that with opinions. And instead of being able to agree to disagree, we get this tuning fork and we think that somebody else aligns with that particular thought. And it's too easy for find the wackos to find people who agree with them. And now they feel right and justified, and then they speak way outside of their bounds. So
yeah.
don't be a tuning fork. Yeah, you want to be something, be iron. Iron sharpens iron, right? It's a good proverb. It's biblical. Um, be something that sharpens somebody else. Be a tool in the shed that is of benefit. Don't be the dull axe. Don't be the stump, right? The stump dulls the blade. Be the sharpener. Be the person who puts that edge on other people. Because when you grow other people, you in turn grow yourself. So just a little bit of word of wisdom in that realm.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
folks. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're done. Good.
No,
You're
what
done.
were you saying?
No, I was just going to say that I can have a really sharp tongue at times, and I think that people when I can be a big smartass, if I can say that,
Yeah, you're a smartass. I know it.
and people will say something to me, and then when I get on the defensive, I think they end up like regretting that they've said something, but then they're all in at that point. You know what I mean? So then they double and triple down, and that just yeah, it doesn't end up very pretty most of the time. Because I'm pretty, I am, and I'll give that to myself. I have a pretty quick wit. I get that from my dad.
Well, and a lot of things, and you and I have had many conversations about this, about clarity. You have a very strong opinion,
I do.
but if I bring something to you and say, "Hey, this is fact," you
Thanks.
say, "No, it isn't," and I show you,
Yes.
give you the information, provide you all the details, you make up your mind, and you say, "Oh my God, you're right."
Yep.
You are going to be my strongest supporter.
When I say change my mind, that I mean that. Like if you think that if you disagree with me and you can back it up and you have evidence, my mind is absolutely changeable. I'm pretty firm in in my beliefs and stuff like that, but my mind can be changed. You just have to change it. Not an easy task,
No, but here's the
but
thing.
doable. Not an easy task, but doable.
Paul and I have butted heads on more than one occasion, and we will do it again. It's just because Paul and I have an understanding. He's right, I'm wrong. It's no,
Oh
it's
my god,
come on, that's funny.
that is funny.
But Paul and I both have an agreement in that we can agree to disagree, and it's a lost art,
Point breaking.
right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things
Yeah.
where we have lost the ability, and it's sad, really. We have lost the ability to agree to disagree. Now,
That is absolutely true.
discussions, okay, arguments,
Debates.
okay. No, here's the thing.
I
This
like a
is
good
fact.
debate.
Any good relationship, marriage or other, is made up. Now, the number is plus or minus depending upon who you are. 20% of any good relationship will be spent in disagreement or argument. Now, argument is not fighting. There's a difference. Arguments are disagreements. They're heated discussions. They're non-violent. They're non-abusive. They are pointed. They are talked, right? You say, no, that's not right. Yes, that is right. No, it's good. No, it's not. Those are arguments. Arguments can be had. Debates should be had. You should be challenging the facts. You should be challenging other people. You should be challenging the status quo, because it's very important for people to have differing viewpoints, differences of opinion, because only then can you genuinely and truly get the whole story. And only in that time can we truly grow as a people. If we are a bunch of yes folks, yep, we end up like those freaking people on Sesame Street. Yep. Right? We sound like morons. We run around. We think of the shuttle disaster.
We're just a bunch of bobbleheads.
Okay. Shuttle disaster, right? Group thing.
Yeah.
Irving Janis talked about group thing. I was about to say Simon Cowell, but it's Simon Sinek. Talks about understanding the why, right? And knowing those things. Folks, it's okay to disagree. It's okay to meet people on common ground. And it's okay not to meet people on common ground. What we need to do, what we need to do is we need to be able to understand that not everybody's going to agree. Not everybody's going to like each other. And that's okay. And we should be able to be fine with that. Because then we genuinely are a single people. Stop this division. It's crap. We don't need to do it. And some people just like to watch the world burn. Much like the person who probably chastised Paula. Yeah. Maybe they're just genuinely unhappy.
He was having a bad day. He was having a bad day.
And so be aware of that, right? Just, and again.
I made it worse. I guarantee you I did.
And I'll be honest with you. If I piss you off,
yeah,
don't talk to me about it that moment. Because at that moment, I really won't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's revisit it. Come back 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, when I forgot why I was pissed off. And let's have the discussion. And I'll explain it. And we'll work it out. See, yeah, I don't like you either, dude. Okay. No, but again, it's one of those things where we just need to be able to agree to disagree. Come to terms, right? Disagreements are disagreements, and that's all they are. It has nothing to do with the merit of the people that are having them.
Most of the time, you're not gonna change someone's mind anyway. But if they stand really firm in their beliefs, you're really not gonna change their mind.
And don't confuse passion with anger. We have some passionate people who sound like they're pissed off all the time.
Me.
They're just passionate. I am a
I
bad
get,
influence to you, me. I got you collecting errors.
I get passionate about stuff a lot. And I think that people mistake that sometimes mistake my tone of voice for anger. But trust me, if you have not seen me angry, if you have ever seen me angry, you would know that that's not anger. Because there's a big difference.
If you're talking to Paula,
if you make me angry, I'm probably crying.
I was just about to say that. If you're talking to Paula and you're having an argument and she starts crying, now you've pissed her off.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it has caused some people in the past some trauma by mistaking that for weakness.
Yeah. So I will say that I learned that of you, not personally, but of a situation in Tulsa.
Yep.
You and I had a very, very long discussion about that. And
I had to shuttle myself away from the situation.
And so I learned then that Paula's a very passionate person, but if you're having a discussion and there's an argument and she starts crying, it's not weakness, folks. It's she's find a way to calm her down or leave the area.
It's like the rain you get before a tornado.
Yeah. So,
the wind blows, it rains, temperature changes drastically, and then you get the tornado.
So, Pedro, I wish that you could speak those words because that's absolute truth. Despite current rhetoric, words are not violence. Conversations bring understanding and wisdom, even those words that make your blood boil. No truer words were spoken, brother. Because there is a mission to cause division, and arguments and discussions, they may be uncomfortable, but they need to be had in many cases. And so please don't mistake that. Now, violence is violence. Domestic violence, domestic abuse, all of that stuff, there is no place in the world for it. There's a difference. But if you stand up for somebody and you point it and you lay it down, then you need to make sure that you are doing so justly and not being abusive in it, right? You can turn those conversations.
Yeah, words can be abusive. They're not violence, but they can definitely be abuse.
Yeah, be just and be fair. John Shank, I will connect you. Send me an email. I will connect you with AZ Coins. So you can find my email by doing
Bye, Hardcore. Have a great day.
See you later, Hardcore. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I got to get going too. You were going to go. Everybody have a blessed day.
We're going to be going over to Coin Cruise. They got their auction here in just a minute. So if I can have somebody please throw that link in there, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. ! Email, John. That brings up my email. You'll see it there, Frostbyte. It's Frostgiantsfrostbyte@gmail.com. It is there. Paula, thank you again, my friend, for coming up. I appreciate you. No problem, AZ. I'll connect you. You got that. Folks, make sure you hit that like if you haven't already done so. And again, we'll see you in the streams, folks. Take care. Stay tuned for my members only. And I got a video coming out with Tiger. You're going to have to check that out. This is going to be cool. You're going to be looking forward to this one. It's going to be fun. All right, folks. We'll see you over at